Good morning, Battalion. I am Midshipman 4th Class Quinones, and today I'll be discussing electronic warfare in the naval aviation community. So, what exactly is electronic warfare? As defined by the Navy, the electronic warfare program's goal is to control the electromagnetic spectrum, EMS, by exploiting, deceiving, or denying enemy use of the spectrum while ensuring its use by friendly forces. Now, what aircraft has the Navy utilized in the electronic warfare program? First up is the EA-6B Prowler, which debuted in the Vietnam War, manufactured by Northrop Grumman with an airspeed of 500 knots, a range of 1,000 nautical miles. The mission of the Prowler was the U.S. Navy's primary carrier-based electronic warfare aircraft, which jammed enemy radars and provided an umbrella protection for enemy tracking systems for U.S. attack and fighter aircraft. Important to note was the Prowler has been adapted over its lifespan to intercept communications, and it has been used extensively to jam or activate radio-controlled and improvised explosive devices in Iraq and Afghanistan. So it was kind of like an EOD in the air rather than on the ground. But in 2006, the Growler was phased out. The Prowler was phased out by the Growler, FB-18 Growler, and was finally retired in 2019 by the United States Marine Corps. Now, here is a picture of the Prowler, a twin-engine plane with a crew of 4, 1 pilot and 3 NFOs on board. At the bottom of the wing, at the end of the wing, under the wing, is a ALQ-99 tactical jamming pod. There are 5 of these jamming pods on the aircraft, 2 under each wing and 1 under the fuelage. And the Prowler is also armed with HARM high-speed anti-radiation missiles, AGM-88s as well. Here's another picture of the Prowler. And here is a picture of the Prowler being refueled by a F-18, which is the same model of the E-18 Growler. Next up is the E-18 Growler, which debuted in August 2006, manufactured by Boeing, the speed of 1,960 kilometers an hour, about Mach 1.6, and a range of 1,570 kilometers. The mission, it was the primary electronic aircraft attack, primary electronic attack aircraft of the United States Navy and suppressed enemy defenses, particularly in the start and the ongoing early stages of the hostile engagements. The crew was 1 pilot and 1 NFL. Also important to note that the E-18 Growler is equipped with up to 3 AN ALQ-99 radar jamming pods, together with an ALQ-218 V2 receiver and a Raytheon AN ALQ-227 communications countermeasure system. Also, for the E-18 Growler, weapon-wise, was the AIM-120 AMRAAM Advanced Medium Range Air-to-Air Missiles and AGM-88 HARM High-Speed Anti-Radiation Missiles. And for the engines, there are 2 F414 GE400 afterburning turbofan engines. Here's a picture of the Growler. Once again, you can see the jamming pods and the 88 HARM anti-radiation missiles. And here is a beefed up photo of the E-18 Growler, again, with its missiles bay and its jamming pods. Now, it's important to note that the F-18 previous gun bay uh, was manipulated to hold these jamming pods, as well as a receiver and countermeasure system. And in strike configuration, the Growler's on the two of the 88 arm anti-radiation missiles, an AGM 154J joint standoff weapon, and AIM 120 air-to-air missiles. Next up is the E2C, the Hawkeye, which debuted in 1973, manufactured by Northrop Grumman Corporation. Speed is unknown. I couldn't find that, but the range was 200 miles. The mission, operating from an altitude more than 25,000 feet high, the Hawkeye alerts the task force to approaching air threats while also providing threat identification and positional data to fighter aircraft. Secondary roles include strike command control and surveillance, the guidance of search and rescue missions, and as a relay to extend the range of communications. The crew of the Hawkeye is one pilot, one co-pilot, and 3 NFOs. Now, the Hawkeye is equipped with 2 Hamilton Sunstrand NP 2000 8-bladed digitally controlled propellers, a AN APA 171 antenna, a T56A 427 engines with power of about 3,800 kilowatts. And right here in the middle, where this big circular disc is actually the radar that it uses. It's not very aerodynamic for sure, but it is essential to its mission. So you could think of the Hawkeye as like the mapping guy, the scout that acknowledges where the enemy is, sends out positional data to the fighter jets, the E-18s, to better suit the mission. The E-18 Valor really isn't meant for air-to-air combat or air-to-ground combat. It's more of a reconnaissance. Now, some important things to note about this big radar up top. The radar can track more than 2,000 targets and control the interception of 40 hostile targets. One radar sweep covers 6 million cubic miles. The radar's total radiation aperture control antenna reduces side lobes, and it's robust against electronic countermeasures. It is capable of detecting aircraft at ranges greater than 550 kilometers as well. And this radar spends about 5 to 6 rotations per minute. And here is a closer up picture of the Hawkeye. Its wings fold in so it can better fit on the aircraft carrier or the hangar. And here are the propeller blades. So why is electronic warfare important? And it's simple. It's easier to beat someone in a fight when they're blind and you have a head start on them. Electronic warfare provides a tactical advantage for our Navy to go out there, blind the enemy, and gather informational data on them to better understand the playing ground, the battlefield more better, so that our fighters can have a head start and a tactical advantage over the adversaries.